There's nothing. I feel so incomplete. My brain is everywhere. It's killed me. Made me doubt my ability to review stuff. Am I even worthy?
1,000 years of suffering on you.
These games destroy me. What just happened?
Hello, Square-Eyed Jack.
Yeah, where the fuck am I supposed to be, and who are you? You sound familiar.
It is not important where you are, or who I am.
Then what is important, mate? Why have you brought me here?
You have been fulfilling the destiny the Prophet wrote for you for over 2 years now, reviewing video games, good and bad. You have fulfilled this prophecy so well, creating 50 reviews.
Okay, but that doesn't explain why I'm here.
It appears something went wrong somewhere along the line, and now we appear to be stuck here until the problem is resolved.
We! Get the fuck out of here! We
are stuck! And I've heard enough of your shallow wisdom! It is your duty to go back and find the one thing you did wrong, the cause of us being stuck here!
Okay, well, I'd better get on that, but where exactly do I start?
Think, boy. If you could go back in time to fix anything from your old videos, what would it be?
Well, I mean, some of the thumbnails are pretty terrible, honestly.
Fool! Don't underestimate my power, you moronic life form! Think harder!
Well, apparently in my Donkey Kong 64 video, I got the fact wrong about Pauline from the original Donkey Kong arcade game evolving into Peach. From what I've been told, they're apparently 2 different characters altogether. How was that? Well, okay then, if that's not good enough, then what did you have in mind? Jesus! What the hell did you do to me, man? That fucking hurt! Feels like I died and come back to life. Hello? You creepy dude! Where the fuck did you take me now? Hello everybody, I'm Square-Eyed Jack. Oh, that's fucking shit, 2 out of 10! Oh wait.
Daxter was released in 2006 on Sony's portable.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Are you telling me I have to re-review this game just to get out of here? Are you fucking kidding me? This is one of the worst videos I've ever made in my life!
Oh wait, no it doesn't.
But I have played worse games, so I guess I'll give it a go. But where to even start, honestly? When I first played this game a little over a year ago, it was the realization of a dream I had as a child. I always wanted to play as Daxter, and this was the first time I'd played the game. I think it's safe to say my rose-tinted glasses were on before I started. I mean, look at this! I destroy the game for the entire video, and what do? But with that being said, I did enjoy my time playing it. Daxter gets 7 out of 10. I give it a fucking 7 out of 10, and I was contemplating a 6 apparently. But hey, isn't it funny that all of the games I review get 7s? Ha ha ha, funny joke, right? Wrong. It just shows how I knew nothing about scoring games back then. And yes, I've done this plenty of times, but let's just focus on this game for now. For starters, this world is totally dead. Haven City is one of my favourite cities in video games, and it's such a shame to see it treated this way. In fact, the entire game feels dead. It really feels like there was very little effort put into this due to the generic designs and tacked on extras. Yes, the game has some interesting platform sections, but other than that, it's just bug extermination. No, that joke was fucking terrible. The repetitiveness of all the terrible fly swatting combat got old really quick, and the story wasn't worth the trouble. It didn't add anything to the universe of the Jak games, so it shouldn't have existed. A score of 7 is far too generous for this. Even a 6 would be pushing it in hindsight, honestly. So, for the first time ever, I'm revoking the score I gave this game, and instead, Daxter on PSP gets 5 out of 10. It's just far too mediocre to receive a high score. The entire process felt bland and generic, which is such a shame considering the potential here. If the game's story was stronger and didn't revolve around bug extermination, it could have easily earned a higher score. Okay, you can poof me back to reality now, Mr. Evil Time Lord.
I cannot do that. Just yet. You still have unfinished business to attend to.
Yeah, I know, okay? The Game Boy Player review wasn't an actual review. I'm sorry! What was I supposed to do there? And I actually liked that video.
Wrong! You still have reviews that you despise deep down in your subconscious. Now find them and make things right.
You fucking man-ass! Stop doing that! Calm down, Jak. Look how chill you are. Look how chill you are that you have to look at the fucking Jak 3 video again. Why am I only looking at Jak and Daxter games? Are you that fucking butthurt little motherfucker that got mad about me saying Jak 3 isn't worthy of a 10 out of 10? Because if it is you and I find out you're behind this whole scheme, I'll show you. Look, this video is a total fucking mess, and it was always going to be. I'm going to say it right now that I love Jak 3 to death. I think it's an amazing game. But the problem with this video was that I barely had anything good to say about it. I shat on a lot of things and still gave that game a 7 out of 10. Like I said earlier, I've done this so often, and it's normally because, regardless of my personal feelings about stuff, I can still see that the game is good and worthy of a certain score. The perfect example of that is the Spyro 3 review. I can't stand playing that game, but does that mean it's bad? Of course not! I can see it's a good game, the same way that I know Jak 3 is good too. So I think the problem with this video was that I was far too biased towards my newfound dislike for a lot of the issues in the game. Now, rather than taking back what I said, because I still agree with the fact that the game is far too easy and not as good as Jak 2, instead, I'd just like to add on to some of the points I made. My biggest issue with this game is the difficulty. It's far too easy due to the abundance of ridiculously overpowered weapons. I do feel like it's hard to argue that it's certainly a negative point to the game, but most games suffer from issues like this. Almost every game has some bullshit weapon or attack or cheat to make getting through easier, and this game is no different. And while it may be easier to use the same thing over and over again, something I typically do, the large variety of weapons are still so different and fun to use that the argument turns into a nitpick at that point, as it's still fun to mess around with the different upgrades, and there are still some parts in the game that require skill and concentration to get through. But speaking of upgrades, I got a lot of complaints about this comment I made. And purchase a larger variety of cheats, including unlimited light and dark Jak, unlimited ammo, and fucking invulnerability. As if this game wasn't easy enough. Now you can be invincible? People ripped me for this, but only because I didn't explain it better. Something I failed to mention is that yes, you can't unlock these abilities until after you complete the story, but the point I was trying to make is that why would you even need them in the first place? Any fun you could have going back and replaying would already be simple with everything unlocked, including the weapons that make you untouchable. But to add invulnerability anyway just seemed pointless to me. I genuinely don't see that being fun for more than 5 minutes, with a friend just taking the piss out of it. But with all that said though, I still do enjoy this game. It's lost some of the fun for me over the years due to the amount of replays, and that review isn't the best representation of how I feel about it. Considering it was the first time I'd had negative feelings about the game at all, I felt the need to be extra harsh about it, but the final score didn't make sense, at least at the time. 7 out of 10 is the perfect score for this game in my opinion, as it is a good game. It's just let down by being the third game in a series, when the idea bank starts to run a bit dry and things get a bit sloppy. Kind of like these reviews at some point in time. Not every video can be the most amazing thing ever, because most games don't offer all that much to talk about. And that's something you need to realise, asshole, because we're not back yet, are we? And what, am I expected to go back and look at every review? Because that would be impossible. Most of them are just outdated and I don't have anything else to add.
You have dropped the ball on several occasions, but you've already begun making up for those faults. The problem is that you're not looking back far enough. You need to keep going back.
What do I think now? Well, we got that clip in there, so they'll be happy now. Oh wait! Stop!
Why did you stop us? We've got more important videos to look at.
Hold on, bud. I just realised I gave this game a 7. That's pretty generous, honestly. I mean, I know I hadn't grasped the whole scoring thing yet, but damn. Looney Tunes Racing is a fun kart racer that combines assets and gameplay from both Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing. It's a fun game to play, but while those others have stood the test of time, this game certainly hasn't, as fun as it may be. Looney Tunes Racing gets 6 out of 10. It's good, but we've seen much better games get 7s on this channel, so I just thought I'd put this game in its place. What? Right! Well, we've gone through everything and here we are, at the wanted video. There is nothing else to try and fix, so why are we still here?
Stop kidding yourself. You know what needs to be done.
No I don't actually. There is nothing else to fix.
I can see inside you.
Okay, that's a strange thing to say.
Imbecile! Don't you understand? I know that you still have videos you want to fix.
And how do you know that, Mr. Creepout? Are you actually my subconscious or some cliche shit like that?
For fuck's sake, now he figures it out.
Listen, mate, I've made so many mistakes in these videos, I can't be expected to remember them all. Oh shit, I know where you want to go, but this isn't a good idea.
Gang. And welcome to How to Make a Fucking Brilliant Game 101. These controls are
Oh god,
shit.
please, you have no idea how painful this is for me. That fucking microphone! What was I thinking?
These are the videos that started your channel.
I mean, technically, the John Cena tutorial was the first video.
These are the videos that started this channel. But we need to go all the way back to prevent them from ending it too.
All the way back? That's what I was afraid of.
Welcome to the very first video of my Crash Bandicoot series review. In this series review, I'll be taking a look at all of the Crash Bandicoot games.
Wait, what
that
the
came to
fuck?
Spyro.
My Crash review doesn't start like that. Where did you find this?
It's the original Crash review that you never uploaded.
Yeah, no fucking shit. Get rid of it.
Let me take you back to 1996. Oh wait, that doesn't make any sense. I was born that year. Fuck!
Wow. Aside from the fact that I was apparently learning to speak for the first time, this video is absolutely shit, and you people still subject yourselves to this. Fuck, you need help.
Until about halfway through the game. Why? because one day I put the game in the console and walked off. Why?
Actually, I'll take that back. Even though I sound genuinely terrified in this video, and most of them for the following 18 months, I still find this much easier to watch than anything I made in 2015. And I think that says a lot, honestly. I've made some real fucking stinkers since this, but there are a lot of things in hindsight I wish I could fix. There are so many long silences where I'm not saying anything. Some of the jokes are so pathetic they are almost charming, really. And of course, the microphone and sounding like a scared little puss on his first day of school. But overall, my opinions on the game itself haven't changed a bit. It's still outdated by its sequels and isn't much looking back on it today. I don't feel like it deserves the score of 7 anymore. That's been the theme for this entire thing, hasn't it? Jesus, but just know that the 7s we've seen on today's journey are the only ones I've wanted to change. So due to being outdated and rough, Crash Bandicoot gets 6 out of 10. It's still a good game, of course, but far from polished next to the rest of the series. Well, we've looked at everything, my friend, or my inner being, or whatever the fuck you're supposed to be. And all this time we've spent together, I think we make a good team, you know?
I don't understand friendship, and your journey is not over. Maybe you went back a little too far.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? Are you saying I've been in control this entire time? Crash 3? Why Crash 3? What is so special about this video? Hello? Well, I've got myself into this mess apparently, but he is right. I've wanted to bring this up for a very long time. How the fuck do people not realise that Pura is slower than Polar from Crash 2? God fucking damn it! Every other week, to this day, I get a comment saying, "Dude, you can run with the tiger by pressing square." Yeah, no fucking shit, right? The point I was making is that the default movement speed of Pura is slower when compared to Polar. You all also think you're fucking Einsteins by telling me Crash 3 has 32 levels, you cunt. Well, excuse me if your moronic inability to fucking count troubles you, good sir. In case you didn't realise, 2 of the levels are different entrances to previously completed levels, so they don't count. There are 30 levels in Crash 3, end of story. Okay, let's cut the shit and the blunt force trauma. That's not why I needed to return to this video. I had no idea how to transfer my thoughts and opinions into a good video back when I made this. So I took a look at some other people's Crash 3 videos before I made this to try and get inspired. Do you guys remember the Stimpy Land? He gained an almost cult following after reviewing the entire Crash series, much like I did a year after him. Well, most of this video is a total rip-off of his Crash 3 video. Just see for yourself. I'll give the guy some credit, he made some good points that I agreed with, but come on, that was no excuse. I'd just like to be a man, admit that it was the wrong thing to do, and apologise. If you're out there, Mr. Stimpy Land, watching this, I'm sorry I ripped off your Crash 3 video. Sincerely.
It appears you have completed your task, and we are free to leave this purgatory.
Well, that's good, I guess. I mean, I lost my credibility as a reviewer along the way, what with changing scores and admitting to stealing someone else's video. I could go one step further and completely remake it, but I don't think it's all that necessary, honestly. The video still serves its purpose as a piece of history on this channel, and I've got nothing new to add to the argument, as is the same for the rest of my older videos. I still think 7 out of 10 is a good score for Crash 3, for the same reasons Jak 3 got the same score, just the developers burning out on the IP. But hey, the least we can do while we're still here is check out that amazing fight scene, am I right?
I'd rather not.
Oh, come on, it's great. Just look at this guy. He was just butthurt I gave his first game a lower score than he expected. So I kicked that creepy bastard's ass back to eternal damnation. Dumb shit. I mean, he barely even did any damage. He is just a mask after all. What a fucking loser. And that music though.
Enough! I've told you not to underestimate my power!
Oh shit! What happened? Who the fuck was that guy? If he really was my subconscious, he's fucking pissed, I can tell you that! Feels like my soul's about to spontaneously combust. First the legend of Spyro and now this. Whatever happened to have a great fucking day?